guys, I'm Kelly. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my favorite anime characters as fonts. Okay, so starting off strong with Inu Yasha, I would pair him with Shogun. Oh, I love Inu Yasha, my furry king. Anyways, Inu Yasha has to be one of my favorite animes just because of the art style, that old like 1990s vibe, and also the characters are just so likable. I pair him with this font because I think this font was inspired by Japanese swordsmanship, and you know, he has his sword and the two just correlate well for me. Okay, next is Kagome. I paired Kagome with Lust Script. Kagome is just the cutest girl in the world, and I am in love with her. And to match her vibe, I needed a font that shows approachability, warmth, and is just overall very cute. Okay, next is Shipo from Inu Yasha. Fun fact, I actually thought Shipo was a girl, but he is indeed a boy. Anyways, I would pair him with Gluten Variable. Shipo is this little silly half demon who loves annoying Inu Yasha, and he's just like so cute. He's annoying, but he's a very like lighthearted and whimsical creature. I feel like also this font would be good in like childlike designs, and I feel like that kind of matches Shippo's vibe. Okay, so next is Yasu from Nana. I would pair him with the black letter font Leather. So realistically, Nana would only last 4 episodes if Yasu and Nana got together and they lived a happily ever after life, but that didn't happen because Nana likes toxic. But anyways, this is another black letter font that's more modular and squarey. So I feel like that would match Yasu just because he's so blunt, mysterious, and just edgy. Next is Nana, my favorite. I would pair her with Gothic NM or MN, I think. Obviously, I have to pick a black letter font for Nana because she's my gothic rockstar queen. This font in particular though is just a little more edgy in the fact that the ends are not blunt and they're actually pointy, and the points on the eyes are actual stars. And this just overall reminds me of Nana's sharp and edgy personality. Next is Hachi, my also favorite. I would pair Hachi with this font called Flower Power. Now Hachi is the total polar opposite of Nana, but she just has this like girly cutesy feel to her, and I love her aesthetic, and it's all like pink and pastels. Again, complete opposite of Nana. And she's just like this sensitive and soft-spoken girl, which also reminds me of this font that's like rounded and very inviting. So I feel like those two work together best. Okay, so next is this man, Takumi from Nana. Okay, so originally I actually tried to find a font that's just images of trash as the letters, but unfortunately I couldn't find that, so I had to go with the next best thing, Wingdings. So Takumi, a little backstory on him. He is a horrible person, he's manipulative, he is physically abusive to Hachi, he's just a terrible person, he's a cheater, but everyone seems to be overlooking that because he's smart, successful, and attractive. Anyways, Wingdings it is. Moving on. Okay, so next is Satoru Gojo, and I would pair him with the font called The Seasons. This is a really sophisticated, sexy, and beautiful font, just like him. Okay, moving on. I would pair Toge with Dark Mode Thin. Toge literally barely speaks, so I thought it's only appropriate to place him with a font that is barely noticeable. Moving on. Okay, now next is Misa Amane from Death Note. So I would pair her with this font. Birthholder Mainzer Frankter. Right. So when I was watching Death Note for the first time, Misa actually annoyed the everlasting life out of me in regards to how much of a pushover she was with light. Like, girl. Get up! But she does have this edgy kind of cute Lolita vibe to her, which I do really like, and I thought it would only be appropriate to match her with a edgy, kind of softish font like this one. Okay, now next is Light Yagami. I thought the only appropriate font for him would be Demon. Do I need to explain this one? His font is called Demon because that's literally what he is. He is such a well-written, handsome, manipulative character, but morally, I cannot like him. Cause what do you mean you want to kill everyone and take over the world? No. I understood the intention in the beginning of freeing the world of any like crime, but he got a little power hungry, and and I didn't like that. So yeah, demon it is. Okay, now L. I would give L Garamond. He's a little weird, but he's chill, okay? He's obviously very intelligent and aloof, so his font should be minimalistic and slightly unconventional, kind of like his posture. So I think those two work perfect together. Okay, now next is Mima from Perfect Blue. I love this movie so much. It has to be part of my top 3 just because the plot is so good and also the art style is just chef's kiss. I would give Mima Patriot because she's a superstar and low-key the font kind of looks like the one on the poster already. Okay, now next I would like to say is my alter ego, Lane Iwakura. I would give Lane OCR-A. This font gives off a very like retro and digital feel, kind of like the cyber elements found in Lane. I feel like this font gives off a very retro and digital feel, kind of similar to Lane's connection to the wire. That's kind of like mechanical and computer based, if that makes sense. It's mechanical and modular. I don't know. I also feel like the font on this kind of looks similar to the fonts on Lane's poster, which I already feel like the artist did a great job. I feel like that whole poster looks so cohesive and yeah. Okay, so next is Asuka from Evangelion. I would pair Asuka with Impact. So since Asuka is very strong-willed and very headstrong and like confident, I feel like a font that's bold, in your face, and can easily be seen from far away is a perfect font to match her personality. Next is Shinji. I would pair Shinji with Chantal Sans. Shinji is a weak character, and I know that there's a lot of controversy about that, like, oh, but it's the whole world and he's just a boy. No. You need to save the world. But he's just a good person who makes terrible decisions. Watch the end of Evangelion and you'll understand what I mean. Anyways, yes, this font is perfect for someone who is so timid and sheepish. The next character is Rei from Evangelion. I would pair Rei with Carbon. Rei is my nonchalant queen. She was very mindful of why she was invited to the Battle of the Angels. I envision Rei as Carbon just because of its minimalistic and high-tech feel. It's futuristic and otherworldly, just like her vibe. Okay, the next character is Yuno Gasai. If you know, you know. I would give Yuno Heart Sweetheart. Yuno is the biggest sweetheart in the world. Anything she's done in that show has been fully justified, and she's just a girl. There's absolutely nothing wrong with her. Okay, next is Louch from Code Geass. I would pair Louch with a font called Regrets. Not only because he's just tall, beautiful, skinny, handsome, but he's also very confident and bold. See, I almost chose a condensed, skinny font just to match how he looks, but he's so much better than that. This font matches his energy way more. Okay, next is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. I would pair Tanjiro with Sinzel. I like to think that Tanjiro is a very noble, respectable, and friendly slayer. It's only appropriate to pair him with a font that gives off that same energy. This font is bold and sharp and evokes a type of integrity that Tanjiro would. Next is Zenitsu. I would pair Zenitsu with Faken. This man is anxious, insecure, and sporadic. He's a very fragile and frantic person, so his font would probably be Faken just because of the random diagonal cuts throughout the font. Next is Rengoku. I would pair Rengoku with Firecat. I mean, look at him. How can I not pick a font with flames all over it? The flames here literally look identical to the flames on his hair and eyebrows. Rengoku has this sort of passionate and fiery spirit, so it was only appropriate that I chose Firecat for him. Alright, next is Nezuko. I would pair Nezuko with Fleur. I just think Nezuko is the cutest little girl ever, and it was only appropriate to pair her with a font that gives off that same energy. At least only when she's in her human form. I think she's like a little tiny cute girl. I feel like this font fits her vibe perfectly. The font also comes in all caps, so it kind of represents how she's bold when she needs to be. Okay, next is Taquito from Demon Slayer. I would pair Taquito with Nunito. Okay, so fun fact, my mom actually bought me this little figurine of Taquito because she said she thought that it looked like me. And then we figured out that Taquito's actually a boy. Anyways, Taquito has a quiet and detached personality, kind of similar to the font's rounded gentleness and softness, so I felt like this font and Taquito match perfectly together. So all the fonts mentioned in this video are available on Adobe Fonts, which are free for commercial usage licensing if you have a subscription to Adobe Creative Cloud. You can access these fonts with the link in my description. Okay, so that's all I have for today, guys. If I missed any of your favorite characters, comment down below and maybe I'll do a part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and see you guys next time. Bye!